to Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olsen. I'm Anna Olsen, and today I'm presenting to you my show, Insights into Consciousness, here on A1R Radio Network, the best worldwide psychic radio network. And I am going to take a caller today and do a live reading on the air. And I'm also going to just talk a little bit about the chakras, and I'm going to continue what I did with my last show, basically just enlightening a little bit, just kind of going a little more into what the chakras do and what you can eat to stimulate energy flow in the chakras. Now, before I begin going over the different foods, just know that foods are just one of the really easy ways that we can stimulate energy in our chakras, which is for healing a lot of emotional stuff that you might need. So any day that we are going throughout work and family and home and everything else, we may need something different one day than the next because of different stressors in our lives. And everybody's in a different stage at some, different points in their lives. And that's why I like to go over all the chakras and really kind of get into the nitty-gritty of what you can do and how you can empower yourself to emotionally, physically, mentally give yourself some, different tools to strengthen the chakras. So you can do this with foods of this, that correlate with the chakras, either by color, energy, or reason. You can also do it with stones and crystals. You can do it with the elements, such as water or, sunlight. There's just so many different ways, depending upon how you specifically respond to these different therapies, or I guess it would be like a remedy for, these different chakras. And I'm a really big fan of homeopathic remedies as well. There are also tinctures you can make with all these different herbs and things. You can also heal with just basic changing your thinking of positive affirmations throughout the day. So I'm going to go into the first chakra, which is the root chakra. Now, this is located at the tailbone at the base of the spine. So you think about this as your root, your connection to earth, your connection to your, basically your creation when you started to form at creation. Root is really easy because you can eat root vegetables to really stimulate flow of energy in the root chakra, such as potatoes, parsnips, carrots, onions, and garlic. Now you're going to notice those weren't all red, but red is really the theme of what you want to eat. So red veggies such as strawberries, red beets, tomatoes, anything that's a nice deep red color or has red in it, but also the roots such as potato, parsnips, carrots, onion, garlic, and so on. So it's not limited to just the ones I'm giving you. These are just examples. Now, the reason why you may feel the need to remedy this chakra energy flow is if you're feeling unsafe or like you're not grounded, like you can't get your footing, like you're kind of unstable emotionally or having anxiety, anything that correlates to not feeling safe. Some people deal with depression, panic disorder, panic attacks, those sorts of emotions. It's really good to be aware when you're starting to get those symptoms and then pay attention to the root chakra. So stress, high stress, not feeling like you can do this, that's more self-confidence, but it still correlates with if you're feeling panicked or overwhelmed or like you just can't handle everything. That's a feeling of unsafe. Okay, the second chakra is going to be your sacral. It's in the low abdomen, kind of over the bladder area, if you want to imagine in that area. The color is orange. And orange foods high in carotenoids like carrots, squash, sweet potatoes, mangoes, oranges, passion fruit, turmeric, ginger. And then water and clear broths will also be good for sacral activity. And this is associated with connecting to those around us and our own emotions. It's also connected to sexuality. And when you look at the squash, sweet potatoes, those are kind of like a tubular, well, the squash aren't tubular, but the sweet potatoes are, the carrots are a root. You can kind of see how these foods overlap with the nearby chakras. So you will notice colors kind of being contained into one food or theme, even like a stone. And those will kind of connect all of the chakras in between those colors. For example, if I have a stone that has orange and green in it, then I would be kind of connecting the actually the green would be the heart, and then the orange would be the sacral chakra. So all the solar plexus, orange and yellow and green, all those will be correlated into what that will help you with, or kind of get the energy flowing in all those three chakras. So it's really kind of interesting how it's limitless, how you can play with this and start to see correlations between the chakras if they're nearby each other, how the colors kind of mesh together and flow together. They're placed in just the right place. So there aren't any mistakes in this science. It's really on purpose. The other thing about the second sacral chakra in the low abdomen above the bladder, think about urine, the color of urine, yellow, it's very interesting how that is also like right underneath the yellow chakra, which is the third, which is the solar plexus. But here we go where they're kind of overlapping. But the sunlight, if you have sunlight in that area, that can also stimulate the chi, the energy, the activity in these chakras. And the sunlight is really good for a lot of things that we know of more now, like giving us our vitamin D, where, people literally cannot function without their vitamin D. They need their sunlight naturally. And we didn't know that a long time ago. This is all pretty recent science. So if you think about it that way, this sunlight on that area is really good for stimulating these areas. Try it and see how you feel. That would be the second and third. So we're going to the third now. But the sun is good. The sunlight is good for second and third chakral areas, including your back in those areas. So these go right through the body. There's kind of like a funnel in the front and a funnel in the back where the chakras kind of come out in a cone shape. And they're constantly spinning in energy on either side of the body. So if you can imagine that, kind of like these little tornadoes of energy. You can call them vortexes. Some people like to imagine a tornado because that's the cone shape. But the next one is the third chakra, which is yellow. It is it's kind of underneath the rib cage, over the stomach, solar plexus. And the foods are yellow for this chakra: banana, pineapple, mango, lemon, ginger, corn, yellow apricots. Now this affects self-esteem, ego, willpower, ability to work with your own control and confidence, is pretty much feeling empowered, and your own personal power and control over not just yourself, but what's going on in your environment. It's also a connection to the digestive organs. So if you're having, stomach problems or digestive issues, it's really important to focus on, to meditate on the chakra and to ask your body what it needs or does not need. And then you can, of course, eat all of these different colored foods to correlate with the chakra that they connect to. For the yellow third chakra, it would be the bananas, pineapples, mango, lemon, ginger, corn, yellow apricots. And it could even be yellow peppers, just anything of that color. And if the peel is yellow, you're good to go. The inside does not have to be yellow as well. So remember that. But the inside could be yellow and the outside could be another color, and the outside color of the peel will also affect the correlating chakra as well. So like I said, you can mix these up in a pretty neat way. These foods are great for if you're feeling low, depressed, or lacking in confidence. So these are sunny foods. If you think about the yellow foods being sunny foods, lemons, they're sunny. They actually thrive in the sunlight. Lemon, citrus, this is orange too. Like the oranges are even going to work here. Some breeds of oranges are kind of light yellow when you peel them, but they're still sweet. It's interesting to see how you can go with this. So it's going to be a very good sunny place. If you need confidence, you're feeling low and depressed, think about the sun coming out on you. These foods will help stimulating that into more positive emotions and like getting that stagnant energy out of there and getting it flowing. So with the yellow, it's also good to know that yellow is the color of energy. If you need energy, you have to understand that This yellow third chakra is where it's kind of covering the liver and the place of digestion where you are processing different foods in certain ways, like the liver disperses fats into the body. So if you're feeling stagnant in this area, it could be that those digestive organs could be having a really hard time or they're clogged. You could have a fatty liver. Could be that you're inundating this poor liver area, or there's a lot of different organs there, but basically it could be your body telling you, hey, quit the coffee or reduce the caffeine, or a lot of coffee is actually very toxic, very acidic. At least add a little baking soda to it, aluminum free baking soda, because it's so acidic the body just goes on overdrive. So many people complain about stomach issues and burning and stomach burning or feeling nauseous after they drink their coffee. So it's just really important to know what's going on in there. Pay attention to how you're feeling whenever you eat or drink certain foods or drinks. Be really tuned in. Stop drinking it or eating it if it's too much for your body. And if you just aren't sure if you should just kind of pull back a little, try it. See. There's always some other way to kind of replace some of the caffeine in other natural ways, and play with whatever works for your body. So then the fourth chakra is the heart. Now, this is right around the chest, the heart area, obviously. That's going to be green. And those foods would be things like broccoli, kale, lettuce, green peppers, jalapeno, spinach, green apple, lime, green herbs. The green foods, herbs, and green leafies, all of that is abundant in nature. This correlates with love, joy, self, getting in touch with the self, joy, compassion, inner peace, kindness. You're going to eat these green foods if you're feeling emotionally drained or heartbroken. And, it's also, if you'd like to be more open to empathy, that's the other part of the heart chakra that people kind of overlook sometimes. It's really important to pay attention to how you're feeling around other people. Are you really picking up on their true intentions or how they're really feeling? Are you being empathetic to their needs or to their cause? Are you feeling like you are shut down to really caring about how they feel or their position? Because overall, this is the heart chakra area that's clogged when we're acting in a selfish way. Turning off our hearts to empathy and caring about other people is selfish. And sometimes it's due to a traumatic response, a trauma response where people are in survival mode. And so if you can really dig into why you're not feeling empathetic towards other people's needs emotionally, you can really touch base on what's going on with yourself. Hitting home with, oh, this is because I'm overworked. This is because I'm overwhelmed. Or this is because I'm so drained from giving to other people all the time that I didn't even realize I wasn't taking that emotional stuff that other people want to connect with me with. It's about really just identifying what's happening in your surroundings and with your emotions with other people. And if you notice, the heart chakra is really interesting. When you look at the second the second chakra, the sacral chakra as well, because that one is more about associating, connecting to those around us. So if you think about the heart chakra and feeling empathy, you're going to need that to also correlate with your second chakra, that sacral low abdomen chakra. It's over the bladder. And if you think about it, the heart chakra, if you look at how it's tied to that second sacral, that's all of your connection with other people and relationships. That's when you're going into that second chakra and really how you connect and emotionally relate to other people in relationships. You can think about that being your significant other, your marriage, dating. Are you open to these things? In the middle is the yellow third chakra. And if you look at self-esteem, ego, willpower, ability to work with our control and confidence, you can see that the heart chakra connected to the second chakra in the middle of those two is the third chakra, yellow, dealing with your self-confidence. We all need self-confidence to really connect with other people in a way where you can open up to them and let them know who you truly are, be honest about things. It's interesting to me how they're all connected in some way. They all overlap in one way or the other. And you have to get that flow through all the chakras for this to work. If you're already in a marriage or a relationship, they all need to be flowing just right for that relationship to work well. It's interesting how, today I'm talking about foods because that's the easy way to do this. And I really think that that's a good start because stopping and listening to what am I craving? If I stop and I think about fruits and vegetables or anything from nature, what am I craving right now? Your body will right away say, oh, an apple sounds great. What color apple? A green apple. That's heart chakra. You need to regulate that heart chakra and build on it. You need green things. You need essential oils from green resources, or when you research it, there are other ones also that will work. So I do think that it's important to stop and really think about what you need. Get in touch with those emotions. Getting in touch with your emotions and your subconscious thoughts is one of the surefire ways to really figure out intuitively what you need and to get in touch with that amazing way that our higher self guides us and leads us through life is one of the surest ways, because you can't depend on other people for that stuff. And that's the surest way to really get the right direction on your own. Now, when we are not sure, it's okay to go to others to help for direction, which is what I do. You can reach me on my website at annaolsenintuitive.com. And sometimes you just need confirmation to things you already knew. Sometimes it's just asking the question and seeing if you were right. And if somebody else gets the same message, that's just you being told by spirit that you're on the right path, you're going in the right direction, and that just keep going the way you're doing it and you'll be fine. If it's vastly different, and it doesn't feel right, maybe you need another reader. If it feels like it's not quite right, maybe look at how you could be misdirected. That's what I do with my reader. That's what I do with my regular readings, which I get as well, to make sure that I'm keeping myself in right health before I can help other people. So that's another aspect of all of this, aligning your own life and needs and self-care so that you can give to other people and be accurate and, not just be like a well that's dried up. So I'm going to do a live reading on the air now. I have Evelyn from Queens, New York. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Excited.
Me too. It's nice to talk to you. How's your day going?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm really excited about this. And I'm just being here with my little cat next to me, and that's it. A good
Sounds
day.
great. I love cats.
Yeah, I have 4.
Oh, you have 4. Wow, lucky you.
Yeah, my grandchildren kept dropping them.
Oh,
All straight. They're beautiful.
well, you sound happy.
Mm-hmm.
I love your energy. You sound very happy.
Thank you.
So first that I'm getting is that you're pretty intuitive yourself.
I'm sorry?
You have first thing I'm getting for you is that you're very intuitive yourself. You have a great sense of ability of picking up on things.
Yeah, I've been told that I haven't paid much attention to all my life, though. But I have been told that yes, I need to focus more and meditate more. Yes, but I know it's part of me. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah, and the really beautiful thing is I love, we're always like a work in progress, right? We're always trying to build on what we have. But the beautiful thing that I'm seeing here is that that's just how you are. You're so humble about it that you just do it and you don't think much of it. It's just part of your daily life since you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to you, but it is a big deal to other people who don't do it like you do.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that's really wonderful. I love your energy. Yeah, I feel I'm sensing a lot of like the feeling of spirit in your voice too. So there's something about your voice where people listen to you. You give good advice. You're like this wise woman who gives advice and just lifts other people up with your simple but direct knowledge.
Thank you. for some reason, which I still don't understand because I've been sort of not focused on my spirituality. But there was a time not that long ago when I started channeling. Just happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was really amazing. I started channeling with a group of people, and the messages I was told afterwards um, that came through were really, really very lifting for the people that were there. So I consider that was a gift to me. Yeah, so it had to do with my voice, something about my voice that I've been told. Yeah, so I thank you
Mm-hmm.
for verifying that.
Yeah.
It
Your
gives
voice
me
is very
a nice
powerful.
boost. It gives me a nice boost for knowing that I have the resources. I just keep forgetting that I do and not valuing myself in those gifts. I kept saying for many years, where are my tools? Where are my tools to live? I don't know how to live. But yet I do have the tools. I just don't remember that for some reason. I have amnesia about it.
I
But
understand.
thank
I
you.
think that you're so used to it, it's just second nature. It's like when somebody doesn't realize how good they are at singing and somebody else has to tell
Mhm.
them. It's something like
Mhm.
that. And I do feel like you also could get messages from objects. So psychometry, if you were to hold somebody's, ring in your hand, you could get a message for them from it, and like if their loved one had passed and owned the ring, that you could hold their ring
Mhm.
or their piece of jewelry or any object really and get message from that. So I'm
Mhm.
wondering, have you tried that before?
Um, I might have. I did take some classes. In development some years
Mm-hmm.
ago, about 10, 11 years ago. So I believe one of the exercises we did was that. And then I became an ordained minister. Um, so, at we started doing services. So it's very possible. I don't remember doing it actually, except maybe doing a class session. Um, but yeah, I strongly believe in that. I do receive messages. Or I did. I haven't again for the past 10 years or so. I have just been completely um aloof. I have been I have been depressed and not taken advantage of my resources and not taking care of myself. I have devalued myself in many ways because it seems that I just I just get defeated. I try and I come back to square one with nothing
Mm-hmm.
accomplished in my daily life and my more, physical aspects of my life so that I just throw everything out the window. I just become very depressed and do nothing. I sit and do nothing literally. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry
that
to
has
hear
been
that.
my pattern for 10 years. For about
It
10,
sounds
11
to
years, that
me
has been my pattern. Hmm?
It sounds to me like that is how our higher self, our spirit, it knows everything it needs to know, and it's really just trying
Mm-hmm,
to control our body rather than our body control our spirit. And I
mm-hmm,
feel like what spirit is trying to tell you is that you have immense power, and to remember that, and to remember that it's just important to remember that you can always go back to your higher self, that deeper part of
mm-hmm,
you where you know what to do. And spirit is just saying that,
mm-hmm,
those cats, it's interesting because I feel like you're so close to them that they know you very, very well. And
mm-hmm.
that's part of why you get so comfortable, because you're so comfortable with your cats.
Mhm. Well, I
And
think
it's
I think a lot of it has to do with my physical, my medical, my health. I have just been
Mhm.
so down and under in terms of health, and it's overwhelming for me. It's really um to the point that like I said, I don't do anything. I just sit down all day long or lay down all day long. I can't walk. I can now have a brain aneurysm on top of it. So it's like my health aspects have really taken a strain on me, and to the point that I don't even go into my spiritual. I think that's what the lesson that I must learn and overcome, and yet I have not been doing a good job at it. Yeah.
How would you feel? I think that you're so advanced in your spirituality that I think that it feels overwhelming for you to get back into it because it feels like a lot at once. So how would you feel about going into it a little bit at a time, just a little at a time, little here, a little there as you feel ready? Like we were going over the chakras today. I was going over the chakras today on how foods, I'd really like for you to focus on the root chakra right now. You can eat root vegetables, red foods, carrots, onion, garlic, parsnips, potato. Just focus on like one chakra at a time and the color, go up the chakras and just eat that color food from nature's source, at a time. I only have like a minute left, darn it. But I think that's what Spirit wants you to know is that you just start small and go from there, that you'll know what to do, that you're usually so big about the way you go into things because you're all or nothing. And Spirit is just saying, just try a little bit at a time. Like, it's like dipping your toe in the water,
So true. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I really feel like that would really benefit you. And I do have to go. I'm sorry. I'm out of time, but you can always reach me to continue your reading too, if you'd like. And you can reach me at AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com. Yeah. So I'm on Facebook at Anna Olsen Intuitive, and I'm also online at AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com. So ANNAOLSEN intuitive.com. And then you can just click on the contact me page and then it'll have my information there. You can even email me. But if you want to continue, I'd love to work with you.
Yes, I would too. Yes, I need to. Yeah.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
I'm getting chills about this. I'm getting chills.
Yeah,
I think.
I got the chills too. I got that yes from Spirit too. Throughout the whole time. Well, you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to look forward to hearing from you. And I know you can do this. I think that you could absolutely do it. You're so smart. I can tell that you have all this wisdom and intelligence. So have a great day. And let me know if I can continue with you. Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, I ran out of time on that one. I could talk to her all day. My goodness, she's wonderful. I just hope that you can see me next week on my show here on A1R. I hope you have a wonderful day. And please contact me at AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com if you would like to work with me as well.